Hey, good morning, Giants, and welcome back. The first thing we're going to do here today is start by identifying some different angle pairs when we look here. So once again, we have our two parallel lines. They aren't marked yet, so a way we can show that they're parallel, I was told they were parallel, it had these marks on it. Kind of look like arrowheads. The other way we could have known right here is said lines L and M are parallel. Okay. So if it doesn't have these arrowheads, but it says that, then that's the same thing. So right here, angle 1 and angle 5. Hopefully you can see they're both up to the left, so that is what we call our corresponding angles. Alright, so our next pair, angle 2 and 8. 2 is over here, 8 is here. They are both on the outside, so they will exterior. They are on alternate sides, so alternate exterior. Alright, up next we've got 6 here and 4. Those are on the interior, so alternate interior. And the final one, still angle 4, but this time angle 4 and 5. Two words would work for this, either same side interior or consecutive interior. Now, that's not the only possible angle pairs. The other two types, if we still use 4 and 2, that is what we call vertical angles. And then finally, we could have angle 1 and 4. That would be an example of a linear pair. So now, it says that we are going to shade each even angle one color. Okay, so I'm going to take blue, and on this angle 2, I don't know what the angle is, but I do know if this angle is something, say it was 120 degrees, that means the vertical angle here, angle 4, would also be 120 degrees. Likewise, the alternate interior are the same, so angle 6 would also be that. And then another vertical angle with 8, so 8 would also be the same. Likewise, if we have angle 1, say it's 60 degrees, then we know 3 is the same. Alternate interior angles are the same. So 5 is the same, and once again a vertical angle, so 7 would be the same. Now, as we look here, it says, what do you notice about the angles that are shaded one color? So all the blue ones and all the red ones would be congruent. Okay? And I'm not saying they're congruent with each other, but any angle that is blue would have the same angle measure. Likewise, any angle that is red has the same angle measure as each other. Okay, now the final question here, or the next question says, what do you notice about a pair of angles that are shaded different colors? So if we look up here, you can see like these first two, 1 and 2 there, it's a linear pair. They're going to be supplementary. That's going to be the same. Anytime I have one blue and one red angle, they will be supplementary. Okay, which if you forget what supplementary means, that means they add up to equal 180. If you need to, you can pause the video and take a picture of this so you can kind of have that picture to remember it. Take a screenshot or something. But let's go ahead down here, and it says we want to use this information. We're going to assume the lines that look parallel are parallel, it says. So we can also, if you prefer, put this little arrowhead on there. That tells us for sure they're parallel. Now, angle right here, 37. So we also know then that 6 is 37 degrees. Okay, right there. Now, 6 and 4 are alternate interior angles. So 4 is also 37 degrees, which finally that means 2, which is vertical to that, has to be 37 degrees. Now to find what the other angles are, remember that this angle and this angle here, 37 and the 7, are supplementary because they're a linear pair. So we can take 180 minus that 37, and we will get 143. So 143 for angle 7 If that's 143, so is angle 5. Likewise, angle 3 and angle 1. This is only the case if these are parallel lines. So our next one, if you want, go ahead and pause it and see if you can figure it out. Once again, this is parallel. I'm just going to add those marks. Now we know angle 4, 8, and 6 will also be 103. Now to figure out what the other one is, remember it's a linear pair, so it's supplementary. And we will get 77 degrees. So angle 1, angle 3, angle 5, and angle 7 are all 77. Alright, so just like we did yesterday, we're going to fill in a little information. If it helps you shade some coloring, okay, so on this first one, once again, it's up to you if you do this, but if it helps you, we can kind of shade this in. So this angle, this angle, this angle, and this angle are all the same. Once again, these are alternate exterior angles, which means they will be the same in value. So all I have to do to solve this is 4x equals 3x plus 30. Subtract the 3x over, and I will get x equals 30. Okay, the next one. These two angles are actually not the same because they are what we call same side interior or consecutive interior. So if they're same side interior, that means they're supplementary. So we know they add up to 180. And now we just subtract the 24. And x will equal 39. Then our final one, over here we know these two angles are alternate interior, which if that is the case, then that means they are equal. Add the 10, subtract the 2x, and we will get x equals 20. Alright, so now there's one more question I want us to look at today. It says, use the map of downtown Indianapolis to answer the following questions. Okay, so Michigan and New York Street are parallel to one another, and this is a real map. Obviously it's not the most accurate, but I mean all the streets are correct. It's kind of zoomed out. So here maybe is the canal. Lots of you probably walk along that. Here's the circle over there. New York Street is right here. It runs east-west. Also, Michigan Street right here runs east-west. They are parallel. They run parallel to one another. Now, we also know that Indiana Avenue intersects right here. And this is like our transversal. Now, if it intersects, and it says the southeast side, so let's make our thing never eat slimy worms or never eat soggy waffles, whatever you use to memorize that. Okay, so northeast, southwest, so southwest down here, southeast is what we're looking for this. So the southeast right here, that angle, it tells us is 43 degrees, and it says find the angle measurement of where Indiana and New York intersect on the northeast side. So northeast, that's up to the right, That's going to be right here. So if we think about these two angles, those would be an example of same side interior or consecutive interior, which means, hopefully you know, they are supplementary. So all we have to do is 180 minus that 43, and we will get 137 degrees is what fills in right there. So that's all I have for you. Make sure you continue to get your work done. We're coming to the end of quarter one, so we want to make sure we have everything turned in and we're ready to go. If you have any questions, please reach out.